You spend about 23 hours every year in meetings. That's nearly a full day of your life. And if you're like most people working in an office, you probably feel like you walked out of half of those meetings with absolutely no idea what just happened or what you're supposed to do next. Here's the brutal truth. Most meetings are broken. Really broken. Not because people aren't trying hard, not because your boss is incompetent. Meetings are broken because we've all accepted a fundamental lie about what meetings are actually for. We think meetings exist to share information. You've probably sat through dozens of them. Someone presents slides, someone else talks through the agenda. There's a Q&A section. Everyone nods along, takes some notes, and then poof, it's over. You walk back to your desk, you check your email, and an hour later you can't remember what was even discussed. But here's what's interesting. The most successful teams aren't the ones that share the most information. The most successful teams are the ones that make the most decisions and create the most clarity about what happens next. A well-run meeting doesn't just leave you informed. A well-run meeting leaves you empowered. It leaves you knowing exactly what needs to happen, who's responsible for making it happen, and when it needs to be done by. That's not asking too much. That's the bare minimum of what a meeting should accomplish. And the good news is this: you don't need a fancy conference room or expensive software to fix your meetings. You don't need to attend a special training program or hire a consultant. You just need to understand what a meeting's real job is, and then have the courage to actually do it. In this video, we're going to walk through exactly how to run meetings that matter. We're going to show you how to stop wasting time and start making decisions. We're going to give you tools that you can use today, tomorrow, and every single meeting going forward. By the end of this, you're going to feel different about meetings. You might even look forward to them. So let's start with the first step: understanding what meetings are actually supposed to do. Every meeting has 3 jobs, just 3. Master these 3 things, and you've basically solved the meeting problem. Ignore them, and you'll keep wasting time like everyone else. The first job is making decisions. This is the big one. Every meeting should move toward at least one decision. It might be deciding which direction a project goes. It might be deciding who owns a particular problem. It might be deciding whether to move forward with an idea or pivot to something else. But there should be a decision, something that changes the state of the world. Here's what that actually looks like. Before the meeting ends, someone clearly says what the decision is, not kind of decides, not agrees in theory, explicitly states it so everyone in the room knows what was decided. This takes maybe 30 seconds. But those 30 seconds eliminate 90% of the confusion that happens after meetings. The second job is creating action items. A decision is worthless if nobody does anything about it. So every decision needs to turn into an action item. And every action item needs 3 things: a specific person responsible, a specific deadline, and a specific outcome. Not, we should probably work on marketing. That's nonsense. It's Sarah is going to research 3 marketing agencies by Friday so we can choose one next Tuesday. See the difference? This is where technology can actually help. Tools like artificial intelligence can help you organize notes from your meeting and automatically flag what needs to happen next. Some platforms can analyze the conversation, pull out the decisions that were made, and create action items with minimal human effort. You can even have an AI transcribe your meeting and extract the who, what, and when. It's like having an assistant whose only job is tracking these details. The third job is eliminating ambiguity. After a meeting ends, there should be 0 confusion about what was discussed and why. This is huge. Ambiguity is what kills follow-through. Someone thinks the meeting was about cost cutting. Someone else thought it was about timeline. Nobody's on the same page, so the actions that get taken are all misaligned. The way you eliminate ambiguity is simple. Recap at the end. Before anyone leaves, summarize what was decided and who's doing what by when. It might feel repetitive, but it's not. It's essential. You can even have someone type a quick summary during the meeting and share it on screen so everyone can confirm you've got it right. Some teams use AI tools to generate a summary automatically, which saves everyone time. These three things, decisions, action items, and clarity, they're not fancy, they're not complicated, but they're also not something that happens naturally. You have to build them into how you run meetings. And that brings us to how to actually structure a meeting so these things happen. Okay, so you know what meetings are supposed to do. Now let's talk about how to actually make it happen. There's a structure you can follow that almost guarantees you'll end up with decisions and action items instead of just confusion. Start with the outcome. Before the meeting even happens, you need to know what success looks like. What decision are you trying to make? What problem are you trying to solve? This goes in the calendar invite. Not just project planning meeting, more like decide whether we're going to redesign the homepage this quarter. That's specific. That's something people can actually prepare for. Then, when the meeting starts, use the first 2 minutes to level set. Explain what you're trying to accomplish in this meeting and how long you're going to spend doing it. This sounds basic, but it's revolutionary. Suddenly everyone knows what they're supposed to be focused on. They're not sitting there wondering if this is about budget or strategy or timeline. They know. Next comes information sharing, but here's the key. Make it as short as possible. Really, short. If someone needs to present slides, give them 10 minutes, not 45. If they need to catch people up on background information, 5 minutes. We spend way too much time on this part and not nearly enough time on the part where we actually decide something. This is another place where AI can help. Before the meeting, you can have team members submit summaries of their updates or use an AI tool to pull out the key points from a document or report. That way, people can read the important information before the meeting instead of listening to it during the meeting. Your meeting time becomes sacred. It's protected for the hard thinking that only humans can do. Once everyone has the information they need, you move into discussion and decision making. This is where you actually think together. You talk through the options, you surface concerns, you ask hard questions. And then you make a choice, a real choice. Not, let's table this and think about it, an actual decision. Here's the last critical piece. Document it while you're meeting. Assign someone to be the note taker. Their job is to capture 3 things and 3 things only. What was decided, who's responsible for each action item, and what the deadline is. They're not writing an essay. They're creating a record that everyone can reference later. And the moment the meeting ends, they send it out. Not tomorrow, not later, right then. Some teams have found that using an AI note taker, software that records and transcribes the meeting, actually saves time here. Instead of one person furiously typing, an AI tool captures everything, and someone can quickly review and format it for the team. The human still owns the quality and accuracy, but the AI handles the transcription heavy lifting. The whole meeting structure is simple. Clarify the outcome, share information quickly, make decisions together, and document what you decided. That's it. You don't need fancy facilitation techniques or elaborate agendas. You need clarity and follow through. By now you're probably thinking, okay, this all makes sense, but how do I actually start doing this? Because here's the thing about meetings, they're a habit, a bad habit. Changing a habit means changing behavior, and that takes intention. So here's your action plan. It's simple, because simple actually works. First, tomorrow, look at your calendar. Find your next meeting. Literally any meeting will do. Before that meeting happens, spend 3 minutes writing down what you want to come out of it. What decision are you making? What do you want to accomplish? Write it down. That's step 1. Second, When that meeting starts, share the outcome with everyone in the room. Just say it out loud. We're here to decide whether to move forward with the quarterly planning process or whatever your decision is. Spend literally 1 minute on this. It might feel awkward, do it anyway. This single step will change how focused that meeting is. Third, when it's time to decide something, actually decide something. Don't let it get watered down into, we'll revisit this later. Make the call, say the decision out loud. We're going to move forward with this approach, or we're going to pivot to plan B. Own the decision. Fourth, before the meeting ends, capture the action items. Who's doing what, by when? If you can use an AI tool to help draft this summary quickly, great. If you're writing it yourself, that's fine too. Just make sure it's clear and documented. Fifth, send it out within the hour, not the next day, the same day, while people remember what was discussed. That's your action plan. Do these 5 things in your next meeting and you're going to feel the difference. Repeat it in your meeting after that, and the one after that. Pretty soon, it's not a special thing you're doing, it's just how you run meetings. Now here's the bigger picture. Think about all the meetings you're going to have this year. Hundreds of them, probably. If you could make even half of them about decisions and actions instead of just information sharing, imagine what that does for your team. Imagine how much faster you move. Imagine how much clearer everyone is about what they're supposed to be doing. That's not a pipe dream. That's completely doable. It just requires you to care a little more about the meetings you're already having. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one meeting this week, any meeting, run it this way, clarify the outcome, move through information quickly, make the actual decision, document the action items, and send them out same day. Just one meeting. See how different it feels. See how much clearer your team is about what needs to happen next. Because here's the truth that nobody talks about. Most people hate meetings not because meetings are inherently bad, but because meetings feel like a waste of time. They feel chaotic. They feel like nothing actually changes because of them. We can fix that. You can fix that. It starts with one meeting. So go do it, pick your meeting, run it right, and watch how much more your team gets done. You've got this.